you and I were going through a very difficult time.
Yeah.
And we decided...
I was done with your ass.
Yeah, you kicked me to the curb.
I was done with you.
Yeah.
Will Smith is bisexual and that they do this, and that, and the other thing.
I actually sat down with Will and had a conversation due to the transformation from their marriage.
We can all agree that every marriage is full of ups and downs, and while celebrities are no exception to this fact, Will and Jada Smith take things to a whole new level. Well, if we're being honest, Will seems to be the problem from where I stand. That's thanks to the fact that he has been repeatedly said to be involved with other men while married to Jada. And even though Jada has called him out a couple of times on his antics, it seems that his own son has now taken the baton and is hell-bent on outing him. Not only because the news about the Oscar-winning actor is affecting his own life, but majorly because it seems to be destroying his mom, Jada. Let me just tell you, Jaden came with full force, so stop whatever you're doing and stay tuned.
Will Smith, to me, doesn't know the kind of woman that he has next to him.
We've all seen weird families, but the Smiths give a whole new definition to the expression. But I guess that's what happens when the man of the house seems to keep getting caught with other men. Will, the Hollywood megastar, is not a stranger to controversy. Whether it is his personal or professional life, this four-time Grammy award-winning actor, film producer, and rapper is always on top of the social media newsfeed. And there is no doubt that celebrities love controversies, both good and bad. There have been several rumors regarding the actor's secret sexuality. Recently, there has been a lot of chatter about how things may not be as peachy in the Smith household, and Jaden seems to be blaming his father's moves on the down low. But the reason Jaden seems to be speaking out against his father now is that he's actually had first-hand experience of the man's tendencies. In case you didn't know, Will Smith and his son Jaden are pretty close. But even Jaden was surprised when his actor father planted a big smooch on his son's lips during an interview in Thailand to promote their latest film, After Earth. So how did this come about? Well, you can thank the Woody Show's host, Woody Malintachinda, and the 14-year-old star for even bringing up the idea. We'll explain. I sense there's a distance in terms of affection between the general and his son, Woody mentioned regarding the pair's characters in the film. Is it like that at home or no? Nah, we're very affectionate, both Will and Jaden said, as the actor playfully tried to touch and hug his son. He even tried to kiss me once, Jaden said, technically jump-starting what was about to happen. Woody was then prompted to ask, "Oh, have you ever kissed your son on Thai television before?" That's when Will grabs Jaden's face as his son yells, "No, no, no." For what everyone expects will just be a peck on the cheek. But nope, Will goes for a full-on kiss on the lips. "This is ridiculous," Jaden says as he jumps off the couch and wipes his lips.
Right on Jaden's lips.
You're not looking kiss my son. Come on.
Doing this in public still doesn't make it not creepy. It's creepy. Another added, "No wonder Jaden became a teenage zombie freak. He was traumatized by his own father." And while most people would consider this weird, even Jaden, Will didn't seem to think he did anything wrong. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the genesis of Will Smith's sus story. I mean, judging by the fact that most parents would probably not plant wet kisses on their kids' lips, even more so on national TV, it tells you that this is probably not Will's first rodeo. According to reports, Will Smith has locked lips with more than a few men he's not related to, and some of them are actually also in the entertainment industry.
Hey, Paul, come on, stop that.
I was wondering if I could fuck you.
Man, I don't do things like that.
The journey began with the debut of the timeless comedy drama 6 Degrees of Separation, featuring Smith in the role of a captivating swindler. The film garnered attention as news broke that a kissing scene between Will and his co-star, Anthony Michael Hall, had been unexpectedly removed from the movie. This development triggered a wave of speculation. Did the acclaimed actor deliberately avoid the kiss to prevent scrutiny of his own sexuality? The rumors persist to this day, with the truth remaining elusive. Moreover, in a 2020 interview, Will contradicted his previous statements about not fully immersing himself in the character, asserting that he wholeheartedly embraced the method acting approach for 6 degrees of separation.
So I did method acting on 6 degrees of separation. And essentially, method acting is when you submerge yourself.
But if that doesn't tickle your fancy about Will Smith taking things overboard and inching to the other side, how about the fact that the actor actually had one of his children wearing skirts when he was still a kid? And yes, I'm still referring to Jaden. A while back, when Jaden was much younger, the rapper raised a lot of eyebrows with his bold fashion choices, and his love of skirts even landed him a gig as the new face of Louis Vuitton women's wear, with the young star's dad, Will Smith, feeling proud of his son's unconventional style. Smith might have made a mistake in raising Jaden, and they may have gone too far. But he then quickly got serious about how he feels, claiming he was proud of his son. He might have spilled some truth with his joke, because we have seen him force kissing his son on numerous occasions, and that might not have been the best way to raise his children. As someone who has been in the industry for a while and knows how Hollywood treats black men, he should have had something to say about his son, and if Jaden truly wanted to wear dresses and skirts, the deal should have been him in a menswear section sporting a skirt and not the women's section. But even besides all these details about how Jaden thinks his dad might be into men, Will himself has repeatedly given us reason to doubt his sexual orientation. Recently, Tisha Campbell made allegations that Will Smith had engaged in extramarital relationships with her former spouse, Dwayne Martin. She took to Instagram to share an image accompanied by the caption, "The truth always comes out in the end, no matter how hard anyone tries to hide it." Though the statement was somewhat cryptic, Tisha further expressed her thoughts in a comment stating, "And you're right, they will lie till the end. The real kiki is people will stop believing them." Many people perceived her deliberate capitalization of Will as a subtle jab at the rumored affair between two close friends. In addition, YouTuber Trisha Paytas accused Will Smith of sexually exploiting her male dancers. Specifically, she said,
"How about worry about your fucking cheating husband fucking my male dancers, when they didn't want to?"
Well, Will being gay is nothing new. As before the late actress Alexis Arquette passed away in 2016, she claimed that Will Smith's ex-wife, Cherie Jampino, divorced him because she caught Will in bed with another man. According to Daily Mail, Arquette wrote in a since-deleted Facebook post, "When Jada comes out as gay and her beard husband admits his first marriage ended when she walked into him, servicing his sugar daddy, Benny Medina, then I will listen to them." I mean, these are pretty much just accusations, but the fact that Jada also cheated on Will paints it closer to the truth than we'd like to assume. Yep, that's right, Jada seems to have stepped out on Will, and even told him on live TV. In July 2020, Jada Pinkett Smith confirmed during an episode of her Facebook Watch series, Red Table Talk, that she had a relationship with Alsina. Will Smith appeared alongside Pinkett Smith in the episode, in which she explained that she and her husband were separated amicably when the romance occurred, which had not been disclosed to the press at the time. "We decided that we were going to separate for a period of time, and you go figure out how to make yourself happy, and I'll figure out how to make myself happy," Pinkett Smith said. The G.I. Jane star went on to use the term entanglement when describing her involvement with Alsina. "From there, as time went on, I got into a different kind of entanglement with August," she said, before being prompted by Smith to confirm it was a relationship. The Red Table Talk episode came 2 weeks after Alsina spoke out about their relationship, claiming that Smith gave him his blessing to have a relationship with the actor's wife. In an interview with The Breakfast Club, Alsina claimed Smith approved of the relationship after his marriage transformed into what he described as a non-romantic life partnership. "I actually sat down with Will and had a conversation due to the transformation from their marriage to life partnership that they've spoken on several times, and it not involving romanticism," Alsina said. He added that he totally gave myself to that relationship for years of my life, and I truly and really, really deeply loved and have a ton of love for her. Looks like Will really did push her to the wall. Pinkett Smith's representative has since said that Alsina's claims are absolutely not true. The Girls Trip star also denied the details of Alsina's account about her husband giving permission during the Red Table Talk episode. "The only person who could give permission in that particular circumstance was myself," she said. "What August was probably trying to communicate, because I could see how he would perceive it as permission because we were separated amicably. I think he wanted to make it clear that he's not a homewrecker. which he's not, she added. Alcina reportedly met Pinkett Smith in 2015 after being introduced by her son, actor and rapper Jaden Smith. Smith and Pinkett Smith, who tied the knot in 1997, have spoken candidly about their marriage over the years. While the two have fielded rumors about an open relationship in the past, both Smith and Pinkett Smith share the belief that they have a non-conventional marriage. In 2013, Pinkett Smith took to Facebook to address rumors she and her husband were in an open relationship, writing, "Here is how I will change my statement. Will and I both can do whatever we want because we trust each other to do so. This does not mean we have an open relationship. This means we have a grown one." 2 years later, the King Richard actor addressed rumors that the two were separating and clarified they were not getting a divorce. "Under normal circumstances, I don't usually respond to foolishness," he wrote in a Facebook post at the time. "But so many people have extended to me their deepest condolences that I figured, what the hell, I can be foolish too." So, in the interest of redundant, repetitious, over and over againness, Jada and I are not getting a divorce. Ew. In 2018, Smith admitted in an episode of Tidal's Rap Radar podcast that he and his wife refer to ourselves as life partners. He then elaborated on their complex dynamic in his 2021 self-titled memoir, Will, writing that they were suffering the brutal death of our romantic fantasies, the burning away of the idealistic illusion of the perfect marriage and the perfect family. Neither of us wanted a divorce. We knew we loved each other, and some aspects of our union were magical, but the structure of the life that we had established was strangling both of us. However, word on the street now is that Will wasn't always like this. In fact, the only reason people seem to believe he became like this is because he was put on that path by someone in the industry. And as the reports will have it, that person turned out to be Quincy Jones. For those who may not be aware, Quincy Jones is a man of many talents. He's produced for the likes of Frank Sinatra, Aretha Franklin, and even the king of pop himself, Michael Jackson. But that's not the only thing he's famous for. Oh no. For years, rumors have circulated about his sexual preferences, and it looks like those rumors might just be true.
Let me tell you something. That means Quincy's gay.
Recent revelations have surfaced, suggesting that Quincy Jones may not conform to traditional sexual orientations. Startling accusations have emerged, alleging that he had a hand in influencing the sexual preferences of prominent figures such as Will Smith and Tupac, implying his extensive experience within the LGBTQ+ community. Do you recall that unforgettable interview with Tupac? It was a bombshell moment when he disclosed Quincy Jones's questionable intentions. Tupac candidly revealed that Quincy had made inappropriate propositions, suggesting engaging in intimate activities of a particular nature. Truly shocking, isn't it? However, the plot thickens. Despite the interview gaining widespread attention on the internet, it mysteriously vanished without a trace. Let's face it, it takes an individual wielding significant power and influence to execute such a vanishing act. Now, we hate to break it to you folks, but Tupac isn't around to confirm the authenticity of that interview anymore. So, it's not all that surprising that Quincy might be trying to distance himself from the allegations. Even Napoleon, who was supposedly a close associate of Tupac, has denied everything when confronted with the rumors. He defended Quincy Jones and dismissed all of the gossips in a blink of an eye. And if you think it stops there, think again. Some say that Jada and Will have been hosting wild gay parties at their house with much younger men. Jaguar Wright even spilled the tea, claiming that she's seen young men leaving their homes in a state of shock. In addition to this, if you thought Will Smith was just a regular dad giving his son, Jaden Smith, a loving peck on the cheek, think again. This father-son duo takes things to a whole new level. Will's been caught planting kisses on Jaden's lips multiple times. And while some might say it's just innocent affection, others are raising eyebrows and wondering if this is a sign of something more sinister. And while everyone was focused on Will being on the down low, Jaden's sexuality became something of a controversy. But despite everything, Jaden might actually be just like his father, as rumors of Jaden Smith's gay love life have also been in an uproar for a long time now. The actor and rapper have never publicly commented on his sexual orientation, but he did briefly mention dating Tyler, the Creator, in a 2014 interview.
Tyler, the Creator, is my fucking boyfriend!
Not long ago, Tyler, the Creator, won the 2019 Grammy in the category of the Best Rapping Album and was overwhelmed with his first Grammy. He gave thanks to his mother and all his fans for being there for him and supporting him. It was an emotional moment for him and his family at the Grammys. Jaden Smith showed his support as well by tweeting, "My boyfriend just won a Grammy." Tyler, the creator, tweeted in response saying, "Haha, you're a crazy and a man." Later, Jaden Smith replied, "I told everyone, you can't deny it now." While Jaden has never explicitly stated his sexual orientation, his past comments and actions suggest that he may be bisexual or pansexual. Whatever Jaden's sexuality may be, he has never been afraid to challenge societal norms and expectations. On the other hand, it's quite bizarre to see that Will was quite pissed at the news that his son might be dating a man, but he doesn't have any problem if he does the same thing behind closed doors.
Jaden and I are very serious about finding what they are and encouraging them to be what they are, because you can never be happy being what you're not. The greatest gift that I can give my children is the freedom to be who they are.
He is looking quite a hypocrite saying all this, right? During an interview, while talking about Jaden's relationships, Will said that he thinks Jaden is stupid because he doesn't know how to keep things secret in his life. All we can say is that when it comes to supporting Will Smith is not the one. Not only that, Jaden Smith hates how his family is right now and wishes that Tupac could be his dad instead of Will Smith, as he never gives him the support he wanted from him.
I'm looking at this picture right here of Tupac on the shirt right there, and Tupac asked to marry my mom, and she, her cock, best friends.
Right. Well, they say marry your best friend, but I'm glad they didn't.
Yeah.
It's like, so am I.
But
He also wished that because he and his mom had what Hollywood called the best connection in the world. For Jaden, it might be good if Tupac was there instead of Will, as he didn't understand the relationship between his parents. He even said, "Once I went out into the world and I saw how people feel about my parents, I felt pressure. I didn't understand, and I'm still understanding more and more every day that they're just a staple in the world, and they made people feel a type of way that nobody has ever made anyone feel." He added, "So I just didn't understand just how deep-rooted they are in hip-hop as well." On the other hand, Jaden's sister Willow Smith wrote a letter to the deceased rapper when she was 11 years old, begging him to come back so her mommy can be happy. This whole incident was discussed by the social media influencer Kevin Samuels as he read the letter on his podcast. That's not all. While it was reported that Jada had cheated on Will with August A.L. Well, now we can see Will Smith's shortcomings as a father and husband as clear as day. And while I hate to be that guy, it gets even worse. Whispers are circulating that Will and his wife Jada host extravagant parties at their residence, featuring younger male guests. These gatherings, as disclosed by the outspoken Jaguar Wright, can delve into rather unconventional territories. Some even claim to have witnessed young men leaving the Smiths' home in a state of distress, their screams echoing through the night. Now, let's explore the origins of these wild and unconventional encounters. It appears that Will may have taken lessons from none other than the maestro himself, Quincy Jones. This legendary producer and musician has spent decades in the industry, witnessing it all. In fact, he hasn't shied away from exposing the secrets and indiscretions of numerous celebrity acquaintances. During an interview with Vulture magazine, Quincy Jones shocked everyone when he revealed that James Baldwin, Richard Pryor, and Marvin Gaye were queer, to which he said, "He was the most charming mother foo asterisk ere you ever met. He'd foo asterisk K anything, he'd foo asterisk KA mailbox, James Baldwin, Richard Pryor, Marvin Gaye." After Quincy Jones's controversial comments, a YouTuber spoke out and accused him of being bisexual. The YouTuber was outraged by Quincy's inappropriate remarks and questioned whether he was the right person to reveal someone's sexuality. But it doesn't end here, guys. YouTuber went even further and claimed to have a friend who had relations in Hollywood, including with Quincy Jones. Furthermore, for years, allegations have circulated that Jada is a hidden lesbian, and both Will and Jada have kept their underground romance open. It could be the reason Will and Dwayne's long-standing friendship has sparked speculation that they are having a bromance. Will and Dwayne, according to Star, have had too many vacations together, including trips to Sin City, Las Vegas, Miami, and allegedly a private cruise in Trinidad, while Tisha and Jada stayed at home. Based on an eyewitness account, it has been reported that the couple enjoyed a meal at a Caribbean restaurant, with clear observations that both Will and Dwayne arrived and departed together. Another source insists that Jada strongly dislikes the fact that Will is taking Dwayne on extravagant vacations while she feels left behind at home. Allegedly, she cannot bear the sight of their relationship and believes that Will flaunts it in her face. Over the past year, speculations have been rife that Will and Jada's 14-year marriage is on the verge of collapse. A source shared with Star Magazine that their union is severely damaged, and the more time Will spends with Dwayne, the greater the strain on his relationship with Jada. However, Jada's concerns primarily stemmed from Dwayne's involvement in some questionable events that had made headlines. Let's face it, most people would probably not deal with a situation like this, and even if they did, it would have to be under certain strict conditions, maybe the kind where you have to smack anyone that makes fun of them, and we all know a certain someone walked on stage to smack another comedian doing his job. See where I'm going with this? While nothing has been confirmed, fans seem to confused about Will and Jada's relationship. One user wrote, "I miss the days we didn't know anything about Will and Jada other than the fact that they were married and both really pretty. That's it from us today. Goodbye."